Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans around the world, I'm going to let you know about a great show that happened tonight, February 15th, 2013, the day after Valentine's Day comes Cupid's Wrath, direct from Revolution Championship Wrestling. So I'm going to give you a brief rundown, a brief little recap of all the matches that happened tonight. 10 action-packed main event caliber matches throughout the whole night, and I'm going to let you know about them. Our opening contest was a triple threat match featuring Big Russ Jones taking on Denzel Bishop and Karn Alexander in his RCW debut. These are three superstars of varying degrees of tenure in RCW. We have Big Russ Jones, who's been a staple of RCW for a long while. We've got Denzel Bishop, who this is, I think, his sixth, seventh RCW show, and he is just rising up the ranks every show. And we have Karn Alexander, who you've seen all over the Midwest, and he made his debut tonight. What a great, great match. All three superstars have their own different abilities, and it was an interesting mix-up. Big Russ Jones was able to get that epic win. It was a crazy, crazy match. They always say the opening contest sets the pace, and it definitely did for the whole show. Our second match was a grudge match, face paint versus mask. We had Wicked C representing Sinister Circus, being accompanied by Insane B, taking on Fighting Irish, Notre Dame's own. This is a good little matchup. Fighting Irish's mask was on the line. We saw his mask get taken off at the last show by effing Brutus Dillon, but he had another one, on reserves, and it was an interesting little matchup until Insane B accidentally grabbed the leg of Wicked C, meaning for Fighting Irish, but he made the mistake, and it caught Wicked C off guard, and Fighting Irish was able to get the win 10-hut. And they removed Wicked C's face paint, and him and his Sinister Circus brother, Insane B, got in a big scuffle, and it's not looking too good for that tag team anymore, so maybe we'll see some singles contention. I'm interested in seeing how that's going to pan out. Match number 3 was an epic match. It's two of my favorite RCW superstars. The established veteran, former RCW heavyweight champion, the end of the world, Jake Oman, taking on, appropriately enough, the Phoenix, meaning a rising being, Dale Patricks. The Phoenix, Dale Patrick versus the end of the world, Jake Oman. These are two guys that, do their best to steal the show each and every night. If you remember at the last show, Jake Oman said, if I don't steal the show, then I'm disappointed. And, these guys are two guys that go all out each and every night. Back and forth match. Dale's got this sick move where he does this front flip into, I want to say it's a modified DDT. It's a sick move you got to see live to fully appreciate, or you could buy the DVD at the next show. Jake Oman got that win. Phenomenal match. I was very, very happy with this match. Match 4, we had Preston Churchill taking on Hardcore Harry. It was a nice back and forth match. The fans didn't know who to root for more because they were both fan favorites for a long time. Hardcore Harry got the win. It was a nice matchup. I was very interested with it. It's interesting seeing their dynamic wrestle. So our 5th match of the evening was for the RCW Tag Team Championship. We had Eli McFly and Jimmy W, a.k.a. Turtles in Time, taking on the reigning and defending RCW Tag Team Champions, the team of Osiris and Big Daddy Dean. Very interesting matchup. If you remember 2 shows ago, in a 4-way tag team match, Eli McFly and Jimmy W lost their titles, but not by pinfall or submission. Actually, another team was pinned, and that's how the tag titles were changed hands. Well, this is finally their first meeting between the two tag teams solo. Um, Early on, Eli McFly was definitely in the ring more so against both the Juggernaut Osiris and Big Daddy Dean, more so than Jimmy was initially. Uh, Eli took a big fall and he got hurt, and so he was escorted out of the arena. So Jimmy had to. They were actually going to stop the match. The ref actually was, this close to, ending that match, but Jimmy said he could do it on his own. So the match was continued, and Jimmy tried his best. Well, about 5-10 minutes later into the match, Eli McFly came out, and it looked like, he was slowly making a recovery. When Jimmy went for that tag, Eli fell to the ground and cowering in pain, and unfortunately, Jimmy W. He was no match on his own for a near metric ton, half a metric ton of those two veterans, and Jimmy succumbed to an epic finish. Well, after the match, Eli was regaining some strength, and he came in the ring to help Jimmy up, and then he just annihilated him. He tore off his turtle shirt and started ripping off his turtle gear that he had, and he unveiled this new, superstar persona. Very, very interesting, dynamic character. Patent leather jacket, white trunks matching. And he just annihilated Jimmy W. I don't know if this feud is going to be able to maintain a family-friendly rating, because these guys are. I'm sure there's going to be some rage and a good series of matches out of these guys. So phenomenal possible happenings are going to be there. So so match number 6 was the Ascending Angel Lance Story taking on Lewis Linden. Lance Story's the reigning tri-state champion. Lewis Linden, you've seen him in Dragon Gate. You've seen him in other great feds like that, and these are two top tier talents in RCW. It was a great back and forth match. I was very happy with this match. Lance got that win. It was a good match. Then we had in a singles match, we had Mr. Americana Dusty Bottoms taking on the returning Polish heartthrob Darren Skalka, being accompanied by A#1 Johnny Rose. This match, I'm trying to remember a couple moves that I wanted to point out specifically. I feel bad, but it was a good back and forth match. I believe Dusty Bottoms won by give me 1 second. I'm trying to remember. It's a lot of content to remember. Well, Dusty Bottoms won after being attacked, I believe. So we're going to go on to match 8. This is 6 months in the making. We had the final showdown. This is the last ever match between Bulletproof Trip Cassidy and Alex Race. We had interference between Dale Patrick at the end after Alex Race lost. Dale Patrick's came out, and it was just it's sad to see Dale come out there and just annihilate Tripp after such a hard fought win. It was a good back and forth match. This is, I believe, the fourth and final match we'll see between Alex and Tripp, but this sets up for a new feud between Dale and Tripp, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. Maybe we'll see how this dynamic between Alex, fully applies. So Alex, Tripp, and Dale, be an interesting little triple threat match. RCW management, if you're listening, think about that. Then we had the co-main event of the evening. We had a 30-minute first fall to finish match. Ended in a draw between Mark Vandy and Ryan Epic. If you remember, Ryan Epic accepted Mark Vandy's open challenge. And this match, I mean, you name submission move, you name it, it was done. Cloverleaf. It was a sick show. These guys put it all on the line. This is Mark Vandy's second title defense, or I'm sorry, his first title defense, and it was just an amazing match. It actually was announced after the match that March 9th will be a rematch between these two. Will there be a time limit? I'm not sure, because these guys, it was a 30-minute Broadway, if you will. It was a phenomenal match. I was very happy with that match. Not that it was just a great match. Then in the main event, we had for the RCW United States Championship in a last man standing match. We had the reigning and defending champion Super Diva taking on Brutus Dillon. This is a brutal match. We had Brutus Dillon he brought up the chair and was just whacking Super Diva. Then Super Diva got his own chair, and it was just a slobber knocker of a match, if you know what I mean. It was just you name it, and it was done. I mean, there was a chain that Super Diva just grabbed that chain and just whacked Brutus's underside. It was, if you know what I mean, it was brutal. I mean, there's no other word for it. It was a brutal display of pure aggression and hate, culmination in one of the biggest feuds in RCW history. Right as you thought Super Diva might have got that final comeback, that second, third, fifth wind, Big Russ Jones came out of nowhere, and he helped Brutus Dillon give a concerto like you've never seen. They did this double chair stomp and on Super Diva's skull, and it was a harrowing situation. Truly one of the most violent moments in RCW history. So you gotta assume that there's gonna be some retribution March 9th, 2013 in Plymouth, Indiana at the Plymouth Family Taekwondo Dojo. It was announced that we also have March 22nd at the Patel Center. We'll be returning there live on Main Street in Mishawaka. It was announced that we're going to have Jimmy Jacobs, Sugar Dunkerton, former WWE Tag Team Champion, Grandmaster Sexy, Brian Christopher, and Mr. Boom Boom Colt Cabana. So that's going to be a huge show there. Then March 23rd at the Elkhart County 4-H Fairgrounds, we're going to have some huge announcements to be made, but it's going to be a great show there as well. Message me if you want more details on that, or leave a comment. I definitely appreciate all my subscribers, and check out RCWA Indiana on Twitter and Facebook, Revolution Championship Wrestling on Facebook. Once again, thank you very much for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you weren't able to make it, check out the next show, March 9th, March 22nd, March 23rd. Thanks for watching my video once again, and hope to see you at the next show.